The Republican National Convention begins today in Milwaukee, and things may turn out differently because there are going to be some changes.
Yeah, we are expecting former President Trump to actually make his first public appearance in Saturday's assassination attempt. Robert Moses, following the situation closely, joins us right now with more details on that and the investigation by the FBI. Robert.
Kurt and Rosanna, later this week, former President Donald Trump will deliver a speech to accept the Republican nomination out in Milwaukee. He says he actually plans to rewrite the speech that he intended to give. It is a chance to bring the country together, he told the Washington Examiner. I was given that chance. Former President Donald Trump arrived on schedule in Milwaukee yesterday for the start of the Republican National Convention today. His opponent, President Joe Biden, addressed the nation in prime time from the Oval Office.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence, or for any violence ever. Period. No exceptions. We can't allow this violence to be normalized.
The FBI says it is investigating Saturday's assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania, as a potential act of domestic terrorism. The shooter has been identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, about an hour south of the site of the rally. Authorities say it appears Crooks acted alone. According to the Associated Press, several attendees reported to officers that Crooks was acting suspiciously and pacing near the magnetometers. Officers could not find him before he made it to the roof of a building about 400 feet from where the former president was speaking. The Butler County Sheriff says when an officer did make it up to the roof, Crooks turned toward him. The officer was unable to pull out his weapon and retreated down the ladder. Crooks then fired. The Secret Service shot and killed him. Located next to him, an AR-15 style rifle that his father bought. Authorities found bomb-making materials in the vehicle that Crooks drove to the rally. Crooks, a registered Republican who records show contributed $15 to a progressive political action committee in 2021, worked as a dietary aide at a nursing home in Bethel Park. An administrator there said his background check came back clean. Why he carried out the attack remains unclear.
I urge everyone, please, don't make assumptions about his motives or his affiliations. Let the FBI do their job.
50-year-old Corey Comparator, a former fire chief, was killed in the attack. In a Facebook post, his daughter Allison called him a real-life superhero for throwing her and her mother to the ground. The governor praised his actions, too.
Corey died a hero. That Corey dove on his family to protect them. Corey was the very best of us. May his memory be a blessing.
And the Pennsylvania State Police identified the other two shooting victims as 57-year-old David Dutch and 74-year-old James Copenhaver. They have both been upgraded from critical to stable condition. Of course, there are many questions about the actions of the Secret Service and whether enough was done to secure this site. House Speaker Mike Johnson has promised a full investigation to determine where the security lapses occurred in Butler. And the chair of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer, has asked the director of the Secret Service to testify on Capitol Hill 1 week from today. Kurt and Rosanna, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Robert.